this is a second stop for me. I mean, my first stop was about 2 years ago, 30 years ago. I had an injury to my eye. He threw a rock and hit me in the eye, and had to rush to Yankton. This was clear northeast Nebraska, and everything ended up fine. Put a patch on, salve and stuff for 6 or 7 days, but nothing else to my eyes for 25, 28 years. Finally, I noticed my vision watching TV. I could close one eye and it was blurry, and the other one is clear. And so went into my wife's eye doctor. She told me, let's go, you probably need glasses. So I did. When I was in there, they diagnosed me with high pressures. They wanted me to go get checked for glaucoma. They referred me to a major ophthalmologist. So I went to them, and they diagnosed me with glaucoma and the origination of cataracts. And so I started doctoring and having them work on my, take care of me medically for my eyes. And they put me on drops, and we started talking about the cataracts, and we started talking about my vision. And I said, well, one of the things I noticed is there's a lot of glare. And over time, in a few visits, I kept telling, it's getting worse, but is your vision cloudy? No, not cloudy. Okay, well, and they just kept managing the glaucoma, nothing to do with the cataract. And I kept asking, the glare, that's the part that's bugging me. Can I get LASIK too, so I don't have to wear contacts or glasses? No, there's really nothing we can do about that. So finally, this winter, I was supposed to go in and have a checkup for my glaucoma. And at that point in time, I had met with an optometrist because I thought, my vision's getting a little bit out of whack, time for new glasses. One of our friends brought up, have I checked into Dr. Kugler's office? I said, no, I haven't. I've got a pretty well-known in Omaha ophthalmologist. I started reading about Dr. Kugler and this couple of his new processes and how he's more advanced and really kind of on the cutting edge. And so my wife and I finally decided I'm going to take a shot, and we came here, and all of a sudden he's telling me things that, you definitely need that cataract out. And I think maybe that injury 30 years ago has something to do because your right eye's definitely more challenged than your left. I mean, everything's positive, and we're going to be able to do something about this. Even at that point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm willing to take this step further. And he said, but there's a new lens out there that can be adjusted, and I think we can get you pretty good vision where you don't even have to bother about your contacts and glasses. And of course, so we went for it, and last Thursday I came in, had the surgery, and obviously they were the whole experience has been awesome. You walk in here, and it's like walking into a spa. Even my daughter brought me here for the surgery, and she walked in and said, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like, I felt like I went to the spa. I walked in here, and Dr. Kugler was saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be able to do this, and you can fix this. I'm all for it. So we went forward. We had the surgery last Thursday. The experience was great. My daughter and kid talked about the spa experience. They took me back. 20 minutes later, they're doing the surgery, and then they get done, and I go home and thinking, this experience has been awesome. Is this really going to turn out well? Through the night, it started getting better. I woke up the next morning, and my God, I mean, everything was clear off in the distance. I didn't have to have a contact in. I didn't have to do anything with it. The night I had surgery, I get a call, and he said, Rod, how are you doing? I said, I'm doing good. Because this is Dr. Kugler, and I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. You're taking the time out of your day to give me a call at home. I'm doing great. My point is, the experience from point A to where I'm at today has been amazing, not only from the outcome aspect, but the whole aspect of how I feel. I'm in healthcare. I've been in healthcare sales for 30 years. And healthcare, I think the biggest problem's always been people are afraid of healthcare because it is so sterile. And it's almost always treated as a negative. I like coming here because it's almost like every time I come here, there's a positive that's coming out of it. I wake up Friday morning, my vision is good. I'm thinking, God, this is better than it's ever been in the last 2.5 years. This is great. And I come here and I sit down, and Dr. Kugler says, oh, well, we're going to be able to make it better. I'm thinking, I still haven't hit my pinnacle. I mean, things just keep getting better every time I come here, so I'm not afraid to come here because there's always good news. He's always positive about where we can go with things. I think there's a lot of people that are sitting out there today that it is what it is. and they continue to doctor the way they doctor and follow the approach that's been giving them, this has been life-changing for me. I mean, just out for our walks and things are so crystal clear in the distance where even with my contact or having to bother with glasses, the other day just out walking, and this is amazing. Don't sit there and be told that it is what it is and we're going to manage it. I would recommend that it comes to Dr. Kugler, or at least get it checked. There's got to be a lot of people that are just doing what they've been told to do, and I'd hate to see them do that for 20 years when they could have what I have right now. They are changing people's lives, no doubt about it. I hope I can convince some other people to take a shot, because it's been what, 5 days, and I wait. You can ask. I wish my wife was sitting here. You could ask her. I wake up and the money I spent and the outcomes I got, it's worth 10 times that. Healthcare's got to get to where you guys are doing here, where it is a positive experience, where you're coming in and you want to come here to get help rather than we're just going to manage you. I've been in leadership roles, and it's not just, if you make it about the money, you're never going to be happy. If you make it about the life experience and the outcomes in other people's lives, you'll be happy forever no matter what you're doing. I've worked with a lot of doctors. I've worked with teams where we sold microscopes, so I've seen the personality and the attitudes of a lot of MDs out there. There's something in the culture here that I haven't seen in a lot of places, and I've been in a lot of, not so much ophthalmic, but I've been in a lot of medical facilities, and the culture is definitely different here. I just haven't met a person that just wasn't totally enjoyable and totally engulfed in my experience here. It's amazing what you're doing here compared to all my exposure to healthcare over the 30 years. I mean, it really is. I told my daughter when she picked me up, I told my wife, I told my friends that it is different here.